Hello and welcome to today's news discussion. I'm Sarah, and joining me is Sean. We're covering the latest updates on news broadcasts and weather forecasts.
Hi, Sarah. Good to be here. Let's dive into the stories we have today.
First up, we have information about BBC News programming. The article states that BBC News airs on BBC News at 11 a.m. on Friday, 22nd May, and covers the latest national and international stories.
That sounds like a great way to start the day. What time does it air again, and what's the context around this broadcast?
It airs at 11 a.m., and according to the article, it features the latest national and international stories. This is likely a summary or roundup of what's happening.
So it's a morning update. Are there any other news programs on BBC News throughout the day?
Actually, yes. There's another article mentioning BBC News Now, which airs at 2:45 p.m. on the same day, presented by Lucy Hawkins. It covers all the big stories live as they happen.
That's interesting. So we have a morning update and then a more in-depth live coverage in the afternoon. What about evening programming?
There's BBC World News America at 11 p.m., which provides in-depth reports on major international and U.S. news. It seems BBC News has a comprehensive schedule covering various times of the day.
That's great for viewers who want to stay updated. Now, let's move on to the ITV News London and weather updates.
Right. So ITV News London Weather airs on ITV1 London Plus at 2:55 p.m. on Friday, 22nd May. The context isn't fully detailed, but it's likely a regional update.
Regional news is important for local viewers. Do we know if there's a specific focus or theme for this particular broadcast?
The article doesn't specify, but it's likely to cover local news and events relevant to the London area. There's also another mention of ITV London Weather airing at 4:59 p.m. on the same day.
So ITV is also providing multiple weather updates throughout the day. Are these updates part of a larger news program or standalone segments?
The article suggests they are separate, with ITV London Weather being a distinct segment at 4:59 p.m. There's also a mention of BBC News at 1 Weather on BBC News HD at 1 p.m., which includes a weather roundup.
It seems both BBC and ITV are covering weather updates in their afternoon programming. What's the significance of having multiple weather updates throughout the day?
Having multiple updates likely helps viewers stay informed about changing weather conditions. It's especially useful for planning daily activities.
That makes sense. Now, let's summarize what we've covered so far and see if there are any other details we can explore.
We've discussed BBC News programming, including morning and afternoon updates, as well as evening in-depth reports. We've also covered ITV News London and weather updates on both ITV and BBC.
Exactly. It seems there's a lot of emphasis on keeping viewers informed throughout the day with various news and weather updates.
Before we wrap up, let's check if there are any other stories or details we haven't touched upon. I think we've covered all the main points from the articles.
I agree. We've had a good overview of the news broadcasts and weather updates for the day.
Well, that's all for today's discussion. Thank you for joining us, Sean.
Thanks, Sarah. Goodbye, and we'll see you later.